Welcome back to the channel. Welcome guys back to the channel. Today we're going to go through the Method 2 saddle and we're going to teach you guys how to take your tether and lineman's belt and make them yourself. Let's do it. Alright, here we are, out of the package. We have the Latitude Method 2 saddle. It looks great. I like the material, first thing. The biggest thing that I looked at when choosing a saddle this year, and I know this is technically last year's model, is the magnets. So the biggest thing is when this comes on me, you know, I had the trophy line last year. I thought it was fine, but as I was walking, I felt like it was either falling down or bunching up on me. This can magnetize up, so this is out of the way as you're walking.
Right. Yeah, we'll show that later. Wow, that looks really breathable too. It's firm. It's like, it's solid compared to some of these breathable materials. It's not just, it's not dainty at all, but it's definitely got a bunch of holes.
Also, compared to the, I mean, I've only had the trophy line, but the strap for your waist, I really feel like it's better.
Oh, so it's not like a seatbelt style.
Nope. It's basically just
another rope.
Just another rope and a knot.
Okay.
And then the bridge, AM steel looks like it's got a solid knot. Looks easily adjustable.
Does it come with that, or is that had an add-on?
It comes with it. This is exactly, I went to the website, I bought it just like this.
Okay.
And the only difference is, I think a lot of people buy them with the ropes. We did not buy this with the ropes. I bought it blank so I can make my own.
Right. No discount either, right?
No discount. All right.
No discount codes, no sponsorships, just like you would buy it. $2.99 from the website. Bridge, no ropes.
Yep. So $300. Obviously, getting into saddle hunting for any of you who are already doing it, it's not cheap. So at the end of the day, I think it's a fair price. I have not been in this yet, so later in the video, we're gonna see how that works. But beyond the saddle, we want to talk about your tether and your lineman's belt. For these is about $180. That's the rope man senders, the beaners, and the 10mm rope. For Latitude, for when you go to buy these rope bundles, that's going to cost you, for the kongs that you'll need 2 of, and the ropes, going to cost you about $250. So you're saving a little money. In my opinion, you're adding efficiency and a little better quality.
Yeah, and it's a little customizable too. I mean, we're spending so much money on this stuff. You can go to the store, you can pick out which beaners do I want, which colors do I want, which rope mans do I want, what color rope man do I want. I mean, some people just like their stuff, want it done by the kit, that's fine. Some people like to give it their own flair. This is that opportunity.
Yep, absolutely. Well, let's get into it. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the tether. So there's a lot of different knots out there. A lot of different people have their own way of doing it. That's the beauty of saddle hunting. You can do all of this the way that you feel you're gonna be safest and the way that you just wanna do it. A lot of people will do the figure 8 with the bite. For me, I feel like I've done really well just doing an overhand knot. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do an overhand knot. So the way you do it, I would do, this is 7-foot line in all reality. So really, if I get 6 feet out of it when it's all done, that'll be great. So I would say put about a foot of slack in there. You're gonna take it, fold it over, and come right back around. And then you can work that loop out, like so. Obviously, you can make this a little bigger or smaller, whatever's good for you. The biggest thing you want is just to be able to slide the carabiner and everything through to cinch it to your tree. We have this end all done here. And then what we're gonna do now is we are going to use our rope man ascender, and we're gonna assemble our rope man ascender to the carabiner, and then we're gonna put the rope through it. All right, as you can see here, this is how it's gonna look. Just imagine the rope coming through sideways. This is how it's gonna look on the tree. The rope man's attached to the carabiner, and then I'm gonna slide the rope through. the most part, it's going to be fairly easy, like so. That's how it looks. Now, at this end, there's always going to be some sort of knot. I would say you could keep it simple and you could just, again, kind of do an overhand knot. That way, this stops it in case if there was ever a fail with this rope man. This knot here is going to be your fail safe. This is going to help you in the case of, God forbid, this were to fail on you, which I would say after all of us have been doing it, it has not happened yet. We have the knot at the end, we have the rope man, and we have your loop for your tether. And you're all set with the tether. All right, now we're gonna move on. We're gonna do the lineman's belt. So we have the rope. You're gonna have 2 carabiners and the rope man 1. And then when we have the lineman's belt, one side of the lineman's belt is always gonna be connected, which is gonna be right about here. And then the other side is gonna be clipped on with me right next to it until I'm ready to wrap it around the tree and put it on the other side. But let's get into the rope here. So same thing as the tether that we just went through. I'm not gonna be too complicated with my knots. These have worked out for me. I'm gonna do the same thing and do that overhand knot to make the loop, and that will go on one of my carabiners. And then you're just gonna wanna make sure you have just enough rope to make sure you have a little bit of access. Make sure that knot is snug, tight, and there it is. It's ready to go. This is gonna be right on your carabiner, like so. So, now we're gonna take this with the rope man 1, and we are going to put the rope man 1 onto the carabiner, like so. Then we're gonna take our tag end of the rope, and we're gonna open this up and slide it right through like this. One end done, the rope man ascender is done. Now we're just gonna add a tag end, and I'm usually good with just kind of doing a simple little, I'll call it overhand knot again, I don't know the technical term for it, but just like that. And that'll help you in the case of it ever being failed. You could do a fisherman's knot, which is essentially you just take this and you double it over twice and then come through. That'll give you maybe a little stronger knot like this, but I would say the beauty of saddle hunting is exactly what you want to do with it and what works for you and what you feel is safest. Put this on the saddle like so, and then I will also clip this on the same side right here. So as I'm climbing up, I'll be able to take one side off and bring it around the tree. Pretty simple. Lineman's belt, tether, everything's ready to go for the saddle, and that's how you do it. All right, we're outside, guys. Now we're gonna take our ropes and we're gonna put them to the test. The platform is on here just to kind of review the saddle, but obviously you would do the lineman's belt while you're on the ground. So, lineman's belt, I'm gonna wrap it around the tree. Looks like I need a little more slack. Put that on. So I'll get on the platform for now. Let's say we're on here. The biggest thing with these ascenders is that it's easy adjustability. So if I really needed, obviously I'm a little too far out, I would just pull the rope, and now I'm tight to the tree. And while I was doing that, let's say for example, obviously you grab the tree, you adjust the rope, or you adjust the rope back. Let's say my hand slipped. As this slips, that knot is going to catch it, and it's kind of a fail-safe if that were to ever happen. But so there's a lineman's belt. Here is a tether. Just like any tether, wrap it around the tree, put this through, cinch it down, and the tether's good to go with that rope man ascender. So now I'm going to take my bridge, clip it on. Then same deal with these rope man ascenders. If I need more, all I need to do is cinch up on the rope. So So now that I'm fully secured to the tree, take my lineman's belt, bring it around, clip it back on. And then with these Latitude method, the reason I bought it is supposed to be the adjustability of it. So right now, in theory, oh yeah, I can already tell from last year with the trophy line, it wasn't bad, but I had way more back support with this top piece than I ever did in the trophy line.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, you know, a lot of those brands sell a recliner. It's like a recliner, I think Tether calls it. Yeah. And that basically is the built-in recliner that you would buy from Tether.
Yeah, and I was watching a bunch of videos on it. I mean, it seems really comfortable. I'd probably say this will, if I'm just sitting here for a while, this is probably where I'll be. But depending on what you want to do, I mean, you could make this a little lower. You can make this a little higher. Like, you can really sit down in this thing even more. And then as you adjust these knots higher or lower, it's going to put more tension either on your feet or on your butt. So for me, I'm probably going to, for the most part, I'm probably going to have it in the middle. But man, this thing feels like a chair. This feels great. I can come around, shoot. I'm even using the X-Wing set of X-Wing platform for the first time. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go shoot a velvet whitetail hopefully with this thing. But here it is, guys. Biggest thing with the Tether is it makes it super efficient to adjustability. If I felt like I needed more to be shorter, I would take my rope, just pull it up, and now I'm a little more secure. If you wanted to pull it down, you'd pull this tag up and come right back down and sit. This saddle's ready to go. It's ready to go for the trip here pretty soon, and yeah, I like it a lot.
How much do you like it?
A lot. All right, guys, now we got Big J putting on the saddle for the first time. At least this one.
This saddle for the first time.
Get his reaction.
Start with it kind of up. Feels nice. I can already feel that breeze too with the mesh. I'm not used to that, my saddle. Bring that puppy down. Oh, wow. That's not... Oh, I can get used to that. Oh. You get that, you get your knee pads on, you get that knee thing, but... Oh. You're gonna walk up on me just napping. That's nice.
Alright guys, that wraps up the video for today with the Method 2 saddle and the Tether and lineman's belt. If you do like this type of content, make sure you go down below, like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be bringing you guys a lot of different types of hunts this year. We're super excited. Come on the journey with us. See ya.